Ladies and gentlemen, masters of ceremony.
Good morning, everyone.
Graduation is a milestone in the lives of our learners, a stepping stone in fulfilling their lives, a time to be cheerful and grateful for the achievements gained, big or small.
Despite uncertainties and the health risks brought by COVID-19 pandemic, they were able to surpass the challenges in the years of their studies. They have proven that education should not stop.
However, graduation is not the end but a new beginning. It is the start of accepting and facing bigger challenges ahead as they enter a new horizon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 53rd graduation exercises, second virtual ceremonies of Dumaguete Integrated School, school year 2020-2021. With the theme, strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Let us all stand for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem, followed by a prayer to be led by Ms. Laika Joy C. Aguado, Secondary School Teacher 1.
And please stand still for the regional, division, and school hymn.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, ewas ang sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mo bagaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na naghihingi. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang may di maghihingi. Luman ang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, mo'y langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya na pagkay mga api, at mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
So blessed, my Lord, I can see you, and all the lovely things so fine and true. I see you in the beauty of the flowers and the rain. I see you between the lines of the sweet refrain. I'm so blessed, my Lord, I can see you. Even when I'm lonely and in pain, I see you in the beauty of the stars at night. I see you in my life, I feel alright. I see you, Lord, in sorrow and in happiness. I see you in the glory of sweet success. I see you, Lord, every hour of the day. I can see you, Lord, whenever I pray. I'm so blessed, my Lord, I can see you. the love that never ends. I see you, Lord, in sorrow and in happiness. I see you in the glory of sweet success. I see you, Lord, every hour, every day. I can see you, Lord, whenever I pray. I see you, Lord, in sorrow and in happiness. I see you in the glory of sweet success. I see you, Lord, every hour, every day. I can see you, Lord, whenever I pray. I pray. I can see you, Lord, whenever I pray. I see you, Lord.
Step by step in synchronous motion, each day and through we march them home. Fair children of this beloved land, in measured transformation.
You hear in cadence, rain or shine, we start them off, we roll them home. We're like a train on the line, leave the long and endless night. Get their eastern desires, we've got to guide us. We make the child hearken to the call of becoming treasure of the land. Get their eastern desires, racing towards excellence. We show the path as we hold the course on the bladed way onward to victory. Mustard seeds from of God's creation, salt of the earth, light of the world. Past and present in combination, the future seated in the classroom.
Autumn star caught up in a high decay, thereof the race pilgrim of the heart. Down prancing God's eternal vine, the long and endless line. Get their eastern desires, we've got to guide us. We make the child hearken to the call of becoming treasure
gentlemen, Tristan Josh S. Evardoni, with honors, will give his welcome address.
Our school's division superintendent, Dr. Talma Kabadsang Itali, Seso 5, a respect to our public schools district supervisor, Mr. Jose O. Abon, and our district adapter, Mr. Rolando M. Lacbo, to our caring principal of the Maligis Integrated School, Mrs. Nova S. Gaspan, the dynamic teachers of the Maligis Integrated School, Honorable Bernardo Ogal, with the Barangay Council, our dearest parents, stakeholders, my co-graduates, good morning. We are gathered here today to celebrate the 53rd graduation exercises, the second virtual graduation day of Batch 2021. On behalf of the entire class, it is my honor to welcome each and every one of you. At this time, where everyone is fighting for this COVID-19 pandemic, being graduate today is a blessing that we should thank our Lord God. I also want to thank all our parents, family and friends for their love and constant support, as well to the teachers for their guidance and patience. We truly owe you all that we are. I am filled with excitement and anticipation as the next stage in my life is about to begin. But without the support of our parents and our teachers, we may not have made it to this day. They have been there for us since the beginning, guiding us, helping us, and watching us grow. They have witnessed us mature into responsible young adults. To our parents, a big thank you from all of us. Finally, on behalf of the graduating class, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to witness this year's graduation ceremony. May the years to come be kind to all of us. Thank you very much once again. Welcome and good morning.
At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we shall hear inspirational messages from our Deputy Secretary, Leonor Magtolis Briones, Regional Director Maria Gemma Mercado Ledesma, CESA 5, and our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Telma Kabadsang Kitali, CESA 5. A round of applause, please.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day, wherein finally, our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded, in addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning. And you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many, many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student, because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work, because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies, during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so, we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
My warmest congratulations to the graduates of Batch 2021. Today marks another milestone in your lifelong journey in achieving your dreams and successes in life. Finishing your basic education in the midst of pandemic was quite challenging. The shift from the normal to the current situation was a complete change for all of us. The process of keeping abreast with the latest trends in education was not easy, but you did your best in dealing with the challenges of the new normal. This year's graduation theme, Strengthening the Quality of Education Amid the COVID-19 Pandemic, highlights DepEd's commitment to provide inclusive and quality education while ensuring the safety of the teachers and learners from the health risks of COVID-19. My dear graduates, you have proven your resilience by braving the threats of the global health crisis in furtherance of useful and productive learning. I congratulate you for your courage and genuine commitment to contribute to nation building by continuously improving your skills and competence through quality basic education. To the champions of education, the tireless teachers, generous stakeholders, and loving parents, this occasion marks another unmistakable example that everything is possible when we unite and pool our resources together. I sincerely thank you for your commitment and inspiration in exploring the most sustainable ways of supporting the learning continuity of our learners in the face of COVID-19 pandemic. Dear graduates, the road ahead is full of uncertainties. Press forward. Let your dreams and aspirations be your guide toward achieving the fullest potentials and building a strong nation for the Filipino youth. Once again, congratulations and Godspeed.
Greetings to one and all. Special mention to my co-pilot, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Sharita Palma, the Chief of Curriculum Implementation Division, Dr. Renato Cagumok, the Chief of School Governance and Operations Division, Mr. Ubaldo Jumangay, the Education Program Supervisors, the Public Schools District Supervisors, the school heads, our completers and graduates, their parents, and all our school stakeholders. Good afternoon to all of you. Today is another milestone in the history of our education pursuit for the sake of our children and their future. This is the completion and graduation rites of our school children this school year 2020-2021 with the theme Strengthening Quality Education Amidst COVID-19 Pandemic. Also, I consider this event a big celebration of the fruitful partnership we have fostered with our stakeholders led by our local government officials in the barangays and the city, as well as the cooperation, support, and understanding of our parents. It is worthy to mention that our teachers, the school heads, and supervisors have painstakingly shared all their best efforts with passion, dedication, and commitment. That is why the completion, the graduation rites is taking place today. To our young completers and graduates, I am congratulating all of you to have survived and won the battle against all the many challenges that have confronted you in trying to respond to the teaching learning modalities provided you by our schools during this pandemic. The teaching learning environment is very unusual, that put all of you, all of us, in a very problematic situation. But all of us did contribute in defining strategies responsive to every issue, event, concern, or even a problem, in solving all of this. So, we achieved all our intentions
in reaching this day, your completion, your graduation rites. In this big event, I want you to remember this. Choose to see goodness in everything around you, and you will soon appreciate your life more. Choose to see the good side of every event, thing, or person in your life, and you will never run out of blessings to come. Let love embrace your life as God cares for you. My dear completers and graduates, for you to strengthen quality basic education amidst the pandemic, you should recognize the value of character. It is in your character, in your attitude, in your values, in your willpower that will define your destiny. The achievers are those who do not lose hope in time of adversity. They have a mindset that understands that after the rain, the sun shines brightly in the sky. They are the positive thinkers. They are industrious. They consider an issue a challenge to work on, a problem as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. They do not allow detractors to define their day. They convert obstacles to opportunities. They set goals and achieve them with excellence. They have good relationship with everyone from home down to the community. And they have a very, very high self-respect. These are the sterling traits of achievers, which all of you must inculcate in your mind, develop them in yourselves, and practice them in your everyday life as you continue advancing your education to enable you to reach your ambition or dream in life. To put concrete to this, allow me to mention some of my personal experiences when I was a young student like you. As eldest of the 5 children in a very humble beginning, a very humble family, I took the lead in setting standards when doing home chores. Every weekend, I was in the farm with my mother and younger brother, cutting the grass, planting all kinds of crops available, and harvesting those fit for harvest and bringing them to the market for sale. Occasionally, the 3 of us has to be in the forest to gather firewood enough for the week. Almost all the time in weekends, I was preparing native delicacies like iraid or puto bagol out of cassava, also for sale. So, doing this in those ways, we're no longer asking money from our mother for our projects in school. Actually, in all that we wanted to buy for ourselves when we were in school, like school supplies and snacks, were both out of the income we have in selling root crops, vegetables, and the native delicacies. I also decided to indulge myself and my younger brother in gathering stones at the mountains not far away from the barangay where we were residing in some weekends when we were not in the farm. What did we do with those big stones? Of course, we gathered them just like what the barangay folks were doing, and we put them along the highway, then broke them into pieces, just like what we are noticing or what we have now when we are having construction, then these small stones are usually, we call them gravel. So those were the things that we had done during those days. And we were selling as well those broken stones. But that time, it was by can. Per can, it was both, I think 15 centavos per can. And we used to have 30 to 50 cans, when the buyer, of the stones or gravel was already around. You see, my brother and I were already very happy when the buyer was already around, because most of the time we were able to make it to 50 cans of gravel and 15 centavos per can. Then we used to receive 7 pesos and 50 centavos. And you know what? Usually it took us about 3 to 4 months for us to be able to come up with that number of cans. But it is, or it was, an addition to what we already have. Out of the selling of root crops, the selling of vegetables, the selling of the native delicacies. So you see, plus the purchase out of the stones or out of the gravel. Anyway, let me mention to you that my father has worked 14 years in a fishing boat, as a pescador. A pescador is the lowly paid laborer in the fishing boat. But after about 3 to 5 years, probably, my father got promoted to a position they call maestro. As maestro, he was the captain of the boat that stayed for 7 days at sea fishing. When the boat came ashore, we had plenty of fish at home, and this was a weekly scenario. So I learned how to slice the big fish and produce dried fish out of them, also for sale. Additional income again. In my childhood days, my dear young completers and young graduates, what I learned so much was about work. We have never wasted a day with barcadas because we have none. I have none. Yes, I do have friends among neighbors and in the school, my classmates, but we never spent a day for nothing. I do not preach to you to do all this, but I want you to pick up the strong message I am sending out of the simpleness of life I have had in my younger days, but was full of passion, full of hard work, and determination to succeed. To all education program supervisors and key personnel in the division office, to all the public schools district supervisors, to all the school principals, head teachers, teachers in charge, to all our teachers and non-teaching personnel, there is a saying which says, there are 3 kinds of people in this world: those who make things happen, those who watch them happen, and those who never know that everything at all is happening. This we all know. We belong to the first group of people because as teachers, we take hand, we open minds, and we touch hearts. In closing, let me quote Walter Stout. He said, "Whatever understanding we have of ourselves, this is what we become. We can become anything we want because the world exists through the power of beliefs. There is nothing fixed or limiting about human being. All the power of the universe is inside us. Simply put, we are who we think we are. And this we have the power to change, to make a difference. Thank you, and mabuhay tayong lahat. Again, to the graduates, congratulations. To the completers, of course, find your time very soon, either August or September, for our next school year opening. Congratulations.
The school principal of Tumaligis Integrated School, Nova S. Gaspan, Principal 2, will now present the candidates for graduation.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Before I present the candidates for graduation, allow me to tell a concise history of this batch of students in this school. 6 years ago, that was school year 2015-2016, there were 22 diligent students who enrolled at Tumaligis Elementary School, now converted to Tumaligis Integrated School. Along the way, this number of enrollment decreased due to transfer of residents and many other reasons, like one Balikaran from grade 4 and two from grade 5. And finally, last October 2020, this school year 2020-2021, after 6 years hurdle in elementary education, there were 15 students enrolled in grade 6. Our respected confirming official, Dr. Telma Cabadsan Pitalig, CESO 5, Schools Division Superintendent, I have the honor to present to you 8 male and 7 female, a total of 15 students. They have satisfactorily completed all the requirements for elementary education prescribed by the K-12 Basic Education Program, Department of Education, Republic of the Philippines. Now therefore, being the school principal of Tumaligis Integrated School, I strongly recommend their confirmation as graduates.
Once again, let us all welcome our school's division superintendent, Dr. Telma Cabadsan Pitalig, CESO 5, for the confirmation of graduates.
By virtue of the power vested in me as the school's division superintendent, and that authority is coming from the office of the regional director, Dr. Gemma Ledesma, and in consonance with the pronouncement coming from the two chiefs for the completers, Mr. Chumangay, and then for the graduates, candidates for graduation, coming from Dr. Rini Kagumo. Now, I confirm the following as completers. Kindergarten, 4,072. Grade 10, 3,836. As junior high school, 555. And for the candidates of graduation, I am confirming them graduates. Grade 6, 3,740. Grade 12, 2,981. Fifth year, 35. And arts elementary, 47. With the completion of kinder, All of them, these 4,072 children, are ready for enrollment in any public and private institutions, not just here in Calcayog City, but anywhere in the Republic of the Philippines. For grade 10, they are now eligible for enrollment to the senior high school, also anywhere in our Republic. For the ALS junior high school, they are as well ready for enrollment in the senior high school anywhere in the Republic of the Philippines. For our graduates, for grade 6, they are now eligible for enrollment in any public or private institution in our country. For grade 12, then this group practically has two options. It's either they proceed to college or they proceed to life. Life is all about anything they wish to do in accord with the dictum of moral values and what is accepted by the society. For the 5th year, of course, they are eligible also for enrollment in the next ladder of education. So with this, we have finally succeeded in our journey for the educational attainment of this group of children. That's why congratulations not just to this group of children, but to all of us.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us give a round of applause to the graduates of the K-12 Basic Education Curriculum of Tumaligis Integrated School, school year 2020-2021.
Sherwin Richie G. with honors. Kawaha Cyrus Noe B. Ivardoni Tristan Josh S. with honors. Fermaran Robert John L. Gal John Carl M. Henutiva Roland R. Posto Grant Kester P. with honors. Sabilao Louis J. G. Gal Sophia Lorraine C. Hintalian Maria Sheena R. Husayan Rich RBR. Libario Francesca Jeline M. Libario Stephanie O. Ustolano Ira May P. with honors. Zamora Rovig A. Advisor Lorena S. Ivardon. Congratulations, Class of 2021.
At this point, Grant Kester P. Posto, with honors, will deliver his address of gratitude.
To our school's division superintendent, Dr. Dirma Cabad San Titanic, CSO 5, my respect to our public schools district supervisor, Mr. Jose O. Avon, and our district adopter, Mr. Rolando M. Lacbo. To our caring principal of Tumaligis Integrated School, Mrs. Nova S. Gaspan, the dynamic teachers of Tumaligis Integrated School, Honorable Bernardo Ogal with the Barangay Council, our dear parents, stakeholders, my co-graduates, good morning. At this present time, it is not just us but the entire world who struggle to fight the global pandemic, COVID-19. Today will be a very momentous event to all of us because despite of the different approach of studying, we all still able to finish elementary. We might be blind as to what will happen next as we enter the brand new chapter of our study. But all I can say is that we can do it. We can bravely face with head high that next chapter of our lives, with of course the guidance of our knowledge and experiences gained from the different challenges we have faced in our elementary journey. First and foremost, let us thank God for the confidence He planted in our hearts, so for us to surpass the daily challenges we encountered regardless of this time of pandemic. On behalf of my fellow graduates, I would like to extend this heartfelt gratitude to all teachers of Tumaligis Integrated School for the undying efforts they put into our study. Thank you for your patience, time, and love just for us to learn not only the knowledge of the book but also the wisdom of life. Maraming salamat po. I would also like to take this opportunity to personally thank my father who works despite of the challenge of the pandemic and of being away from us just to ensure that I and my family were being provided of the things we mostly need. To my mother who never become tired and bored of supporting my study. She's my backbone in every step of the way. To my brother, Lolo and Lola who take good care and love me unconditionally. And to all the parents who become our tutor at home, thank you for your endless support and sacrifices just to provide those things we need. We all know that you do what you always do for our sake. All your efforts are for us so we become good person and for us to reach our goals. Thank you for the discipline, for the supervision, and for the love you instill among us. So to my fellow graduates, let us all give our parents a round of applause. For today is also their day. Ngayon ay nagbunga na ang kanilang mga pagpaparaya para sa atin. We graduated today not only because of what we have done, but also because of their tolerance and prioritizing us at all times. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng magulang na nandito ngayon. To my friends and classmates, this separation will not be the end, rather the commencement of a new opportunity for each of us to reach our goals. I will not forget the memories we all created, the laughter we shared, and the struggle we have conquered. We should never stop striving and making our dreams into reality. Let us be united to become successful for our parents and teachers. Let's make their efforts and love as our inspiration. Thank you and mabuhay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates singing the graduation song.
ligayang bumabalot sa aking tagumpay, nilalaan aking puso. Dugot pawis iaalay, makuha ang gusto. Ako ang susunod, ako ang susunod, na makikita mong nasa tuktok ng pinakamalayong mundo, pinakamatarik, puno ng nagsisita sa mga pangarap ko. Oh, oh, Ako ay magsisilbi, isang binhi ng pag-asa. Ugat na nagmumula sa may likha, uusbong aking tagumpay, ilalaan aking puso. Dugot pawis iaalay, makuha ang gusto. Ako ang susunod, ako ang susunod. Oh, oh. Na makikita mong nasa tuktok ng pinakamalayong mundo, pinakamatarik, puno ng nagsisita sa mga pangarap ko. Ako'y nasa tuktok ng pinakamalayong mundo, pinakamatarik, puno ng nagsisita sa mga pangarap ko. Lahat ay gagawin, mga pangarap ay aabutin. Lahat mararating, pagsubok ay tatawirin. At makikita niyong nasa tuktok ng pinakamalayong mundo, pinakamatarik, puno ng nagsisita sa mga pangarap ko. Ako'y nasa tuktok ng pinakamalayong mundo, pinakamatarik, puno ng nagsisita sa mga pangarap ko. Oh, oh, puno ng nagsisita sa mga pangarap ko.
The school principal of Tumaligis Integrated School, Nova Escaspan, will deliver her State of the School address. A big hand, please.
May salute to our remarkable Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Telma Cabatsan Kitalig, CESO 5, the genuine Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Sherlita A. Palma, the two workaholic chiefs, Dr. Renato Escabumo from CID Section, and Mr. Obaldo D. Chumangay from SGOD Section. May respect to our Public Schools District Supervisor, Mr. Jose O. Abon, and our District Adaptor, Mr. Rolando A. Laco. Anamon tinahod nga Barangay Captain, Honorable Bernardo Ogar, kaupo dan konseyo sa barangay, anamon higugma nga mga kag-anak, ang nga tanan nga mga stakeholders, nga kausa namon sinin pakikbisog, ugan komunidad sa Barangay Tumaligis, maupay nga aga. Sa ngaran sa Tumaligis Integrated School, amon igin papabot na namon bulos o kinasing-kasing nga pagpasalamat sa nga tanan nga naging kausaw kaparte sa kalampusan sa mga higwaos o plano para sa kaupayan sa eskwelahan labi na gud sa mga kabataan nga mawan hinungdan sa nga tanan nga mga sakripisyo sa mga kag-anak, magturukdo ug mga namumuno sa natong departamento. Ang School Learning Continuity Plan SLCP mao naging giya sa eskwelahan agud may padayon ang tama nga paghatag sa edukasyon sa aton minahal ug hinigugma nga mga kabataan. Bisan pa man sa dako nga hulga sa sini nga pandemya, aton gihapon na ipadangat ang nga tanan naging kikinahanglan sa naton mga kabataan. Sa ring pa sa naton ana Regional Director, Ramel Ortico, we shall be the last to surrender. Sanglit waray rohaduha, ang naton mga ginpakita ng mga pagkaurusa o pagtapod agon makabot naton ang aton mga hingyap ug ginup para mapauswag ang aton minayuyo nga eskwelahan. Kaupod ang mga magturukdo sa sininga liburan, amo ni ginpaparayaw ang mga nakabot nga dungog ug honor sa naton mga magturukdo ug aton eskwelahan. Siyahan ang pagbintinar sa enrollment sa elementary and secondary department. Amin lang puso na construction sa two-story building. Ang padayon ng mga school repair and maintenance, sugal school washing facility, school water connection, classroom CR, classroom roofing and ceiling. Continuation of school ground flooring o iba pa. Para gihapon maging komportable ang mga magturukdo sa nirabag kung pamaagi sa paghatag leksyon sa mga kabataan aton gisiguro nga matagan sa rasing tuang o balanse ng mga gamit sugad sa 1:1 ratio sa printer from kinder to grade 10. Kaupod ang ink, bond paper, and other needed supplies for printing glass. Agud maging healthy aton mga magturukdo aton gihapon ginpamata nila hingyap nga matagan sin vitamins as 1:1 ratio box per quarter, 1:1 ratio umbrella nga nakapagbulig dina sa irang mga home visitation schedules. Sugad man liwat ang 1:1 ratio bottle of alcohol per quarter and other school supplies and hygiene kit. Kaupod sini ang maamon kinasingkasing nga pasalamat sa mga donors nga naghatag kadugangan sini nga mga gikinahanglan like donations of 2 printers, 30 rims bond papers, sets of ink, alcohol, face mask, and gloves from our beloved stakeholders. Amon gihapon ni ginpaparayaw nga bisan pa man sa sini nga pandemya dara sa COVID-19 na ipadayon sa mga magturukdo nila tinguha nga mapauswag ug madugngan na nilang hibaro pinaagi sa padayon nga pag-eskwela sa masteral in a virtual procedures. Inimaw nakabuli agud magkamayan sa mga promotions and mga magturukdo. Sa niya na nga tuig, may ada kita upat na promotees, 1 for teacher 2, 2 for teacher 3, and 1 for master teacher 1, and another 1 for master teacher 1 pending status. Nakakarawat gyapon kita sa iba-iba nga mga awards sa sining school year 2020-2021 from district, division, and even regional level. Bisan pa man sa mga nakakapugong nga mga panghitabo. Like Best School LDM Implementer, School Head LDM Category, Teacher LDM Category, and Best Reflections. District Outstanding Teachers and School Head, SBN Wins, and Best Brigada Eskwela Implementer, Regional Level. Ang Tumaligis Integrated School inakakarawat san sini nga mga award for 3 consecutive years from school year 2018 to school year 2020. Very malilikyan nga bisan pa man sa sini nga mga awards nga nakuha sa mga magturukdo o eskwelahan, may daghihapon nagawas ng mga problema o panhitabo tungod kay ang nga tanan nga diri naton kontrolado. Sanglit sa abot sa namon makakaya, amon ni tatalinguha nga makabot naton ang tuyo tinguha para sa kaupayan o kauswagan sa naton kabataan o eskwelahan. For we love to serve and always aim for excellence. Ipadayon naton na naton mga gintikangan Agod sa orhi nga mga adlaw, ini nga aton mga kabataan mao ang naging susbaranan sa padayon nga pag-uswag sa naton libon. Sa outro, mo pa'y naaga, and mabuhay Tumaligis IS. Thank you very much.
Once again, the school principal, Dova S. Gaspan, to officially close the 53rd graduation exercises, second virtual ceremonies of Tumaligis Integrated School, school year 2020-2021.
I now declare this 53rd graduation second virtual exercises for school year 2020-2021 officially closed. Congratulations and mabuhay!
On behalf of the teaching staff of Tumaligis Integrated School, I am Roland B. Gorgonia,
And I'm Alfred Rodelias, your Masters of Ceremony.
Would like to extend our heartfelt thanks and appreciation to those who in one way or another gave their help and support
That made this 53rd graduation exercises, second virtual ceremonies of Tumaligis Integrated School a success. Once again, congratulations to the graduates and parents.
Thank you and keep safe, everyone.